friends, welcome to another tutorial. So today we will be making rings. The tutorial that we will be doing is something that was requested on Facebook and on Instagram by several people. It's something very simple. You just need a bit of patience. So let me get you down to the mat and you will understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so we will be doing these rings. I've posted them on my Facebook page and on Instagram, and several of you requested how to make them. So I will show you exactly what you need to do. So first of all, you need Silversilk. What is Silversilk? It's this. It's a knitted wire, 36 gauge I think, and it has this one has ball chain inside, silver ball chain. So if you want to know more about Silversilk, here is the logo. You can search on the web and to know everything. Here you have the website. Okay, so it's not sponsored. The video is not sponsored. So you need Silversilk. You need jewelry glue. You will need a measuring tape or a piece of string to know the size of the ring you need to make. You will need a ruler. You will need your regular set of pliers, so round nose, cutters, and chain nose. You will need 22 gauge wire. So this is para wire, but it works with artistic wire. You can use 20 gauge, but 24 gauge is too 24 gauge. Yes, it's too flimsy. It won't hold very well. So I don't recommend using anything smaller than 22 gauge to do this. Okay, so wire, and you need a few beads to decorate your rings. So what you need to do, you see, is to cut. First of all, you need to use the measuring tape and put it around your finger like this. All right, you can see, well, maybe if I do it the right way you will see. Okay, so you put the measuring tape or the piece of string around your finger to know the size you need to make. So mine is 7.5 centimeters, which is something around 2 inches I think. So you need this. You need your Silversilk. So this, and now the ruler is coming handy because you will put the Silversilk next to the ruler. There you go. Sorry, English is not my mother tongue, so sometimes I'm searching for words. I apologize. Okay, so you need to cut 7.5 centimeters of Silversilk or whatever size you need. So I have my piece of Silversilk. And now what you need is something to connect the ends to get a ring, of course. If you want this, you need a finding or anything to connect the ends. And this is what we will be making with the wire. So take your wire, 22 gauge or 20 gauge if you want. But 24 is too flimsy, and we need to make a small coil, so like this. I hope you can see. We need to make a coil, a very simple coil, as if we wanted to make jump rings. So I will be using bail making pliers, but you can use anything round really. You can use a skewer, a pencil, anything that is round, and the right size, of course, because then we need to insert the Silversilk inside, so it needs to fit. Okay, so you need your wire and your pliers. So start making. I'm using the second smallest, the second size here. So I'm making a coil, regular coil, very easy. So I will need to cut that off. It's not very beautiful, so okay. Now I need to make a coil and make it as tight as you can. I'm working directly off the spool. I didn't cut the wire off. So make it as tight as you can. And all you need to do is making a coil, rings. So, just like that. You make a coil, which is, you choose the length it must have. But I suggest not to make it too small because you need it to hold both ends of the Silversilk. So if it's too small, you risk your ends popping out. So make a coil like this. Then you need your jewelry glue. You will put glue on one end of your Silversilk here. Put glue here on the end. Then insert the end inside the coil halfway. Not until the end, halfway. Then when you have done that, carefully put glue on the second end here on the Silversilk and insert it on the other side of the coil. So if it's too big, you can squish it like this with your fingers and then insert it inside. And when you have both ends like this inside the coil, you need to let it dry. I recommend letting it dry overnight, just to be sure. And then you can put your decoration, dangles, anything you want. That's the first one. So for the sake of saving time, I have one which is already dry here. So I will put this one on the side. So I have one, you see, this one is dry. I'm pulling it, it's not coming apart. This is the first one. And I will show you how to make the coil to have the little ring here to attach dangles to. So you do just like you did on the first coil. You need your wire and you need the bail making pliers or pencil or anything. You start your coil just like you did for the first one. So here is what I did. You make 3, 4, 5 coils just like you want. Then when you are halfway, you have made 4 or 5 coils. You need to take it off the bail making pliers or pencil or anything. You will take your round nose pliers and here I will make a loop with my round nose pliers. I will make a loop like this here, which I will use afterwards to attach my dangles. So here you see I have made a loop outside of the coil, but the coil is still attached. I didn't cut it off because we need to make the second half of the coil. So without cutting anything, I will take my round nose pliers off and you see I have that second loop. I will take back my bail making pliers and put the coil back on the bail making pliers like this, as if I had never stopped, except that now I have a loop here. Don't know if you can see. Here I have a loop outside. And I will continue coiling to make the second half of the coil that we can then glue around the Silversilk to make the ring. So I made 5 rings on the first half. I need to make 5 rings, now 5 passes. So here you go, I'm making them tightly, and my wire is still attached to the spool, you see. Tightly, neatly, go slowly, like that. And when you have the right amount, when you're satisfied that you have the same amount of coils on either side of the loop you made, you can take it off the bail making pliers and cut. And then you get this. Then you get this, you have, see, and the loop you made to attach the dangles. Here, maybe you can see better on my hand. Okay. So, just like you did with the first one, you put glue on your Silversilk on each end, and then you put them inside each half of the coil you made, like so. And again, here you can see the loop this time, here. And then you let it dry overnight. Okay, so now the rings are made. So of course I have one which is already made to save time. So this one, you see, it's sturdy and it has the loop to attach dangles. And this one is the first one with the simple coil. All right, now you need to take the beads to decorate. So I have here my beads. I decided to put on first the dangles, so I need this one with the loop. Okay? So, and I have here a 5mm coral bead. Put it on a head pin, simple head pin. Use your round nose pliers to make a loop. Here, 90 degrees. Then the wire around. Oops, here. Now, and before you close that loop completely, insert, here I've chosen a little tassel, and insert also the loop of the ring, or use a jump ring. You can use a jump ring if you want to. I prefer to attach it this way because it's sturdy, it will not move and go anywhere. But you can use a jump ring if you want to. And then I'm making a wrapped loop like this. Here. Cut off the excess wire. Use your chain nose pliers to here secure the end so that it will not hurt anyone. Here I have too much wire, so I will cut it off. Okay. And see, now I have my ring with my two dangles. Very, very, very easy. I said that you needed patience because you needed to wait for the glue to dry. Now, once the glue is dry, it's very easy to attach the dangles. Okay, so it's the first one. And for the second one, this time you will need a little bit more wire. So I'm cutting a bit of wire. Here, okay. So you need to cut, I don't know, a few inches. I'd say 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches of wire, it's enough. So now I have this ring and I want to attach the bead. So put your bead onto the wire, here. Then bend about halfway, then bend the sides. You will put it onto the coil to hide it, and then coil the wire around onto the coil you have already made to hide it, so that the bead will be fixed onto the Silversilk like this. Just coil it around a few times, tightly if you can, not too tightly of course. Very, very easy. I make 2 or 3 coils, it's enough, just to fix it. And then cut the excess wire, okay, on this side. And gently with your pliers here, hide the end so that it will not hurt. See, now we have one side here attached. And now make the same thing on the other side. So I need to make a few coils. One, 2, and then a third one, okay, and just like I did previously, cut the excess wire, bend it like that so that it will not hurt anyone, and I'm using my pliers to fix it a bit more like that, so that it will be very close to the end. Okay, and now you have your ring, which is done. So very, very, very easy, like that. And for this one, it's a bit more complicated. I have put a crystal on my wire, which I bend in two. I pass then the wire through the metal flower here, then through the acrylic flower. Then here I coiled my wire around the coil here that was securing the Silversilk here. I coiled the wire around, and to fix the flower so that it will not move, then I surrounded my flower with the wires like this, like you would do any wire ring, really. Here, hope you can see, but it's not focusing. Okay, so I hope it is clear. If not, don't hesitate to let me know, and I can maybe do another video or something. Don't hesitate. Okay, so now we have 2 rings, one with dangles, one without, that we can wear together. Here is one, and here I will put on the second one so that you can see here both rings with the dangles and without dangles. So it's better like that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments, and I will try to help you. And I will see you again soon, I hope. Bye.